Greetings, mortals. This is Michael Morrison from Séance of Sorrow. Today, I will be reacting to the new Marilyn Manson single, Raise the Red Flag. Okay, right away, this is definitely sounding heavier than the last single we got. I'm enjoying this heavily distorted bass sound that we're getting at the beginning. You can tell that this has even darker feel to it than the last song. I'm curious to see where it's going to go once we get into the first verse. With the last single, I was totally surprised by how soft the first verse was. So let's see what he does here.
Your autopsy table is ready. Pay off the drug deals you made with God. A last meal, then your crucifixion. If you're not paranoid, it's probably too late. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. It's time to beat up the bullies and watch the bullets out my back.
Okay. So we're getting the clarity of vocal that we got in the last song. These are the most clear vocals I have heard out of Marilyn Manson in a long time. There is not a overuse of effects and processing on his voice that we've heard in so many other songs, which is a nice effect that I've always enjoyed, but it's actually quite refreshing to hear his more natural voice presented in a way that feels actually very comfortable for him. I would say that he has probably been working with a vocal coach. I mean, he's been singing for a long time, but it's clear that there's been a lot of self-reflection in his life, and I'm sure that has also led to reflection in his career. And what I'm hearing so far is top-notch production musically and with the vocals. And we were just starting to get into the chorus there, and we're hearing that aggression, and it sounds like there is a little bit more of vocal effect happening there. But right away, I feel like this is a more aggressive song than the last one we got, and I'm liking it. Let's continue on here.
Pretend
okay, again, in this second verse, just so much clarity in the vocal. But what I am hearing here is there is definitely some processing on the vocal. I mean, that is normal to use different effects on vocals. But I'm sensing that there might be a bit of a use of melodyne or some other auto tune that's happening. Now, I want to be very clear when I say the word auto tune. I'm not talking about the effect that became so popular many years ago. That was a really drastic effect on the voice. I'm talking about something that is used for the intention of tuning the vocal so that each note is on pitch and sounds very precise. Now, that does not mean that he did not sing this vocal on pitch. But it's so normal as a vocalist to have fluctuation in your voice as you're tracking. And some of that can be leveled out with different effects. Melodyne is a really, really popular effect these days that so many artists are using because it just has this very, very controlled yet natural sounding effect on the vocal. But I'm really enjoying hearing this different approach from him. The song itself clearly has that aggression to it. I mean, we're hearing a lot of distorted guitars here that are really heavy distorted. And the drums definitely sound as though they are a live drummer. They could be programmed, but even if they are, they're using settings to make it sound as though it is a live drum kit being performed by a live drummer. Let's continue on here.
Give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. It's time to beat up the bodies and watch the balls on my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in mud. My red flag is your white one soaked in mud.
I was not sure if this hook that's being repeated was guitar or synth or both. At first, I thought it was synth, but as I'm listening to it more, I feel like it's not. It's guitar, but it has an effect on it that sounds very much like a synth. But I really enjoy that hook. It's moving the song forward in a very satisfying way. I'm interested to hear more. Let's keep going here.
Your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. Your loyalty lies.
I wasn't expecting that. They went to a halftime there. And that kind of caught me off guard. It sounds good, but I wasn't expecting that. I keep hearing things that remind me of Eat Me, Drink Me. I have seen some people comment that this song reminds them of the golden age of grotesque era meets the eat me, drink me era. And I can hear that. I definitely hear both sides there. With golden age, we got a lot of that heavy distorted guitars, but also a lot of beat making, a lot of electronics, which I really enjoyed from that record. There was a lot of things happening on that record that were ahead of its time. But this hook that I keep hearing really reminds me of something I'd hear on Eat Me, Drink Me, which is one of my favorite Manson records. So I'm really pleased to hear this. Let's keep going here.
On the wrong side of the future. Hey, 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 hey.
Okay, now a vocal hook like that sounds like it would have been on Hollywood. It's interesting because it seems like we're kind of getting a mishmash of these different eras of Manson put into this new record, and I really like it a lot. The red flag is your white one soaked in blood. I believe that was the lyric. Very interesting. This song definitely has a theme that feels like he is pissed. That this is kind of a revenge song. As I mentioned in the last reaction video, he's been through so much since the last time we got a new record from him, and being the target of so many allegations is something that a person can really never fully recover from. It's quite unfortunate. And no matter what he does from this point forward, people are always going to remember that. It's always going to be tied to his name, whether the allegations are true or not. And that's what's so tragic about it is there doesn't have to be truth or proof to it in order for it to completely tarnish your name. I can only imagine the mental and emotional anguish he was going through as a result of those allegations. He's saying in this chorus that there is a target on his back. And I think that for him to live through that had to have been really painful, like he was being stabbed in the back by so many different people. And if you look at the timeline of these allegations, they all started happening after his most recent marriage. And I can only imagine the turmoil that probably caused the relationship. Maybe not. Maybe she's a really supportive spouse and didn't believe any of that from the get-go, and was going to be in his corner no matter what. Who knows what the dynamic of the relationship is, but typically when something like that is introduced into a relationship, it just can cause so much chaos. But in this song, it's evident that he is over it. He's over all the bullshit. And he's saying clearly that your apologies to me don't mean shit. Because your apology is not going to do anything to clear my name from what I've been accused of. I mean, let's be honest. Marilyn Manson has not been known for being a goody two-shoes. He's been a very polarizing figure for decades. But never has anyone come forward and said, this man is a rapist. And, you know, to be accused of a lot of things, a Satanist, or even though he's not, he's stated in interviews that he's agnostic, or to be accused of being an antichrist, or someone who's poisoning the youth of America, someone who was responsible for the first real mass shooting in a public school. You know, he's been accused of a lot of things, but as soon as you label someone as a rapist, it really just destroys so many things. I mean, we saw him lose a lot of his relationships in the music industry. So this is a total rebuilding era for him. And I think he had a lot to prove with this new record in order to rebuild. And I love the approach that we're getting. And I love that this song compared to the last song, you can tell that they belong on the same record together, but they don't sound identical. I mean, they don't sound the same. They don't have the same vibe. Even the production is slightly different on the instrumentation, which I enjoy. But yeah, this is clearly a song about his turmoil and the revenge that he wants.
It's time to beat up the bullies and wash the balls out of my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in mud.
That was a bit of a abrupt ending. I thought that maybe there was going to be something that happened after that break that we got with that outro. I thought it was going to lead into something to close out the song, but maybe it's appropriate that it ended that way because he's sending a message. And he wanted that to be the final thought of the song. I really want to listen to this again. I'm not going to do it now, but I feel like we are definitely entering into a new era of this man's career. And I've been paying attention closely online to the photos and videos of the live performances that are happening right now while he's on tour. And everybody is saying that he looks and sounds fantastic live. And in fact, that he is doing some things on stage that are catching people off guard. Some poses that he's been doing. The other night, he did something where he bent backwards so far that it was almost like his head was about to touch the ground. I'm not sure if he's doing that every night or not. But it seems like even though there's been so much shit he's been through, he is taking this head on and showing the world what he's made of again. I will also say that I have been seeing all of the pictures of him with fans at the meet and greets, and I'm seeing a bit of a more relaxed and human side to him in these pictures. Different poses that he has held for the camera with fans, you know, like back to back with their hands in the gun position and that sort of thing. And it's nice to see that he is interacting with fans and maybe letting his guard down a little bit to just have more of that humanity to his character. I think that the only thing that I am missing really is this new band that he has for live. The aesthetic just is not there in terms of what we used to get with Marilyn Manson. And I miss that aesthetic because it made things even more interesting to watch while the band was on stage. And the members he has playing with him now, you know, they don't look bad, but there's not a theatrical approach there. But he still looks incredible, and he's sounding incredible. I'm pleased with this second single. I'm curious to hear more. And I'm sure we'll be getting more sooner than later. I mean, he's going to be touring for a while. And I'm positive that he's doing everything he can to make the release of this record successful. Having said that, if you are new to this channel and you are not familiar with Séance of Sorrow, I encourage you to check out our music videos. I will post links to those in the description of this video. I will also post a link in the description to the last reaction video I did. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, I encourage you to follow us on all the social platforms. We're doing different things on each platform so that it's not a replica from one platform to the next. You're getting exclusive content on each platform to keep things interesting. But I want to thank you guys that subscribed after the last video. We had more views on that reaction video than any other video that we've posted so far. And we also gained over 100 new subscribers. So I really want to thank all of you that watched and subscribed. It really does help us grow. Until next time, we'll see you later. And you can also check out our website, seanceofsorrow.com. Thank you. And you can also check out our website, seanceofsorrow.com. Until next time, guys, I'll see you from the black.